Just north of Atlanta, near the foot of a tree-topped mountain, sits Kennesaw State University. The campus is shaded by oak trees and new high-tech buildings. It also features a rapidly growing and diversifying student body. Rapid growth is, of course, a key characteristic of modern China. And even though that ancient culture is situated some 7,000 miles from the Kennesaw State campus, lately, the two don't seem so far apart. The Confucius Institute at Kennesaw State University is responsible for connecting these two distant cultures. The Confucius Institute is a worldwide organization with nearly 500 locations on 6 continents. The Confucius Institute at Kennesaw State University is a partnership of 3 organizations: Kennesaw State University, Yangshuo University, and Hanban, the Office of Chinese Language Council International. CIKSU is a comprehensive educational organization with strengths in a variety of areas, including research-based language education, Chinese cultural programs, customized education and consultation services, study trips for students and professionals, programs in culinary art, herbal wellness, and martial arts.
The missions of the Confucius Institute at Kennesaw University are to promote and develop Chinese language education and to enhance Chinese cultural understanding.
Ken Jin has been director of CIKSU since its creation in 2008. He has maintained strong ties with Kennesaw State leadership and has spearheaded collaborations with key business and political leaders in the Atlanta metro area.
The relationship between China and the United States is arguably the most important bilateral strategic relationship in the world.
China is the second largest import partner for Georgia businesses. Over the past decade, Georgia exports to China have increased over 400%. CIKSU offers workshops for business personnel pursuing Chinese markets. It also offers custom travel guides for those who may be traveling to China. This unique level of service leads to successful meetings and better experiences for everyone involved.
Ni hao. Ni hao. 我爱你. Ni hao. 我爱你. Ni hao.
Education is a bridge between cultures, and the Confucius Institute aims to build bridges that have long-term impact.
The future is going to entail doing business with China. The governor has emphasized the relationship with China in an economic development fashion. So we see this both as an opportunity to instruct our children in an essential language and a very ancient culture, but also to improve the future economic prospects of the state of Georgia.
Partnering with Georgia's pre-K agency, Bright from the Start, means many students are able to access the language at an age when they are most receptive to language instruction.
Without the Confucius Institute, we would probably not have a concerted Chinese language program.
The program is becoming more and more popular in Georgia, and the demand is increasing every year.
The kind of contacts that Kennesaw State has and the collaborations that they have with universities outside the United States in China are things that we probably could never replicate as an agency.
When it was established in 2008, only 140 pre-K students were learning Chinese. But participation has climbed sharply at a rate of nearly 200% each year, and the demand has spread to higher grades. Overall, enrollment has risen as high as 10,000 students in a single year. Research assistants from the Confucius Institute are now leading classes from pre-K through high school. High school students are even studying the language online via the Georgia Virtual Schools Initiative.
来中国后习惯吗？
习惯，我喜欢中国人，他们热情真诚。
Most of these students are exposed to the language on a daily basis, which means they're more likely to retain what they've learned. Daily reinforcement is in keeping with the goal of true language proficiency. To that end, the Confucius Institute hosts internationally recognized proficiency tests, including those offered by Hanban, the leading nonprofit Chinese language organization. And throughout the year, the Confucius Institute offers exchanges and tours for hundreds of professionals and students working in various aspects of education, business, science, and the arts.
The Confucius Institute agreed to take some of our students to visit China.
C5 is an organization serving at-risk youth in Greater Atlanta.
A big part of C5 Georgia's mission is that our students will become leaders in a global world, global economy, and so the CIKSU has given us the experience to practice that.
The Confucius Institute has been eager to empower learners all across the economic spectrum in keeping with its regard for education as the ultimate tool for transformation.
KSU Symphony Orchestra performed a 3-concert tour in Beijing and Xi'an, China at Jiaotong University with 76 students. Several Chinese professors from Shanghai Normal University returned to the visit. The Confucius Institute has made China seem much closer to our faculty, staff, and especially our students.
Chinese productions have filled KSU performance halls with traditional and modern melodies. Music and drama give life to a culture that some students have only read about. Events are carefully chosen, based in part on their appeal to American audiences. Finding common artistic ground sets the stage for a decidedly Chinese experience. CIKSU sponsors about 10 performances, lectures, and exhibitions each year. Guests have included renowned calligrapher Yu Tran Wang, Li Shun Han, the chief designer of the opening ceremonies for the 2008 Beijing Olympic Games, and filmmakers Tianming Wu and Cho Oh. While cultural events certainly stoke interest, nothing crosses borders like a hot, delicious meal.
We've had a bunch of collaborations in Yangzhou. Every time I'm there, I get recipes, I bring them back, and it's just never the same. And having the chefs here this time is actually giving us the opportunity to show our chefs, our in-house chefs, how it really should be done.
Cuisine is vital to Chinese culture. That's why the Confucius Institute is dedicated to culinary education as a key component of its outreach. Receptions and dinners become relaxed, cross-cultural exchanges. And the kitchen is the perfect meeting place because a properly seasoned broth is exquisite in any language. A key ingredient for the success of CIKSU has been the willingness of its leadership to become active members of the local community. In a place as friendly as Kennesaw, a willingness to embrace the local culture results in a welcome for Chinese culture. Of course, there's no better way to get to know a culture than to step right into it. Once visitors experience the vast personality of China, their perspectives are forever changed.
To actually be standing on the Great Wall, unbelievable experience.
Dedication to service is at the heart of CIKSU's outreach. Because of its commitment to service, CIKSU was recognized as a 2012 Confucius Institute of the Year. This achievement has been celebrated all across Kennesaw State. But in order to truly honor the past, one must prepare for an even brighter future. Businesses headquartered in the Southeast are learning that consultation from CIKSU is an incredible bargain. As U.S. and Chinese business opportunities grow, it's an investment that companies can't afford to miss. Educators are benefiting too.
CIKSU's research and teachers are adding the body of knowledge to how learners in all ages acquire second or third language proficiency.
Teachers and research assistants are working to standardize curriculum specifically tailored for native English speakers. Not only should that sustain the considerable momentum for Chinese language instruction, it has the potential to improve the entire field of foreign language education. And CIKSU's holistic approach to education includes new initiatives like martial arts and physical fitness. The Eastern philosophy of balancing physical and mental growth has a place in the future of Western education. And make no mistake, the future is in focus. At Kennesaw State University, as in China, incredible progress has been made. Now, an even bigger task is at hand, sustaining that progress. Education is not only the responsibility of the young. Learning is a way of life. The bridges of education must be continually reinforced. At the confluence of cultures, the flow of information must run deep and steady. It will take initiative, it will take careful planning, and it will take commitment. But most of all, it will take cooperation. And that's the best part. After all, isn't it a pleasure to study and practice? And isn't it a pleasure to visit with friends from distant places?